is the greatest wrestler of all time among the American politicians. By the way, he is one of the greatest politicians in the history of America. Welcome to RoundTo10.com, and here we are with 10 unknowing historical facts you might be interested. Number 1. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, also known as the Tower of Paris, was actually never straight. First of all, it was supposed to be straight, but the soil was unstable and it ended up leaning. It began to sink when the second floor was under construction. Number 2. Ronald Reagan was also a prolific lifeguard who saved 77 people from drowning. Ronald Reagan is familiar for being president and acting in numerous films. Earlier, he was a lifeguard. He worked as a lifeguard in 1926 at Lowell Park near Dixon. He was credited for saving 77 lives. Number 3. Abraham Lincoln was a champion wrestler. Before Abraham Lincoln became a politician, he was a wrestler. In his whole career, Lincoln only lost one match. In 1992, he was inducted into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. Number 4. The largest bird ever to exist lived 60 million years ago. You can measure a bird with 3 factors: weight, height, and wingspan. Argentavis, which had the largest wing, it had a wingspan of almost 20 feet or more. Number 5. Russian mystic Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin was dead by drowning in the Neva River. Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin reportedly survived being stabbed, poisoned, and shot numerous times by Prince Felix Yusupov. To ensure his death, they tied him in a blanket and threw him in the Neva River. Number 6. The Mayans used to sacrifice people by pulling out their still beating hearts. It was a ritual of Mayans. They believed that the sacrifice of human was the nourishment to the gods. Number 7. Where did the use of the word hooker as a prostitute come from? Actually, it originated with Civil War General Joseph Hooker. General Joseph Hooker used to bring prostitutes along on campaigns for his men. From there, we know the word hooker as a prostitute. Number 8. King Tut's parents were siblings. King Tut's parents were actually brothers and sisters. According to DNA taken from his mummified body, it was proven. Number 9. Winston Churchill used to have 10 cigars per day. Winston Churchill, former British Prime Minister, famously loved cigars, but 10 cigars per day? He must be crazy. Number 10. In the 19th century, criminals were locked up in a wooden box as punishment in Mongolia. This punishment was known as immurement. It is a form of imprisonment, usually for life. They used to leave the prisoner into a box, tight confinement, or in coffin until they die. See you tomorrow with another 10 facts. If you don't want to miss a single video, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon. And of course, share it with your friends.